Hey guys, happy Friday. We've made it. This week seemed very, very long, but we have made it to Friday. So I'm going to try to make this one actually quick this time, even though I always say that. Today's word of the day. Day 22, first of all. We are past the 3-week mark. We have been social distancing for 3 weeks. It's getting a little boring. I think I say that every day. Today's word, serendipity. Kind of like spontaneous or exciting things happening, and sometimes it's like a good coincidence. So positive words. If you've noticed, these are always positive words of the day because we need those. So I'm going to go through a couple things really, really quickly so that you can get back to catching up on stuff, because I know Schoology was iffy this week. So here we go. Number one, I have made a screencast, which is a recording of my desktop or my screen, so that I can show you how to get into Google Classroom and make that easy on you. I have moved everything to Google Classroom. It's still in Schoology, so if that's working for you, stick with it. But if it's really frustrating and you want a different platform to use, I moved everything to Google Classroom. And 99% of you are already in the Google Classroom from earlier this year, because we did that on the second day of school. Of course, if you weren't here the second day of school, you may not be in it, and I invited you to it, so check your email. But if you were here for any of our writing units where we published our pieces, we published them on the Google Classroom. So you should be a member in there. And if you aren't, again, I emailed you. I double-checked my rosters from here to there. So that should be fine. But if you have started something on Schoology and you do not want to restart it on a Google Classroom, don't worry about that. You don't have to. Just wait until Schoology is working. It might be fixed today. It might be not. There's times I've noticed in the afternoon it's a little bit easier to use. But that's up to you. So if you have some things that you need to get done and you didn't start them on Schoology and it's locking you out, just go to the Google Classroom. Everything's on there. And I show you in the screencast exactly how to get there, how to add it if you're not a part of it, and then how to maneuver everything. So everything is on that screencast, and it's pretty quick. I think it's a couple minutes long. So again, if Schoology's not working today, go over to Google Classroom. Everything's there. I listed it by day, and the slides are still in there. Every link is in there. I did it almost exactly the same. It's not the exact same format, but I did it as close as I could. Then, so on Sunday-ish, afternoon, evening-ish, I'm going to make the decision, checking out how Schoology's been, whether we're going to move forward with Classroom or with Schoology for next week. And I would like to move forward with Classroom, but we did get an email yesterday saying Schoology is planning to fix the issues that we've been having, so I'm going to wait to hear more on that. But we're going to see how today goes. It's kind of a test day today, as the 5th day we've been doing this, to see if Schoology has fixed its issues. I don't want to continue next week, all of us being frustrated. I know you don't, and Classroom is just as easy to use, and I can transfer grades and things over, so that's an easy way to do that. So I still want you to play around with Classroom, just in case that's my decision I make next week is what we're going to use. Okay? Let's see. So I'm going to hold this up to show you what's due today. So, due today. Your reading log, unless you want to log over the weekend. That's totally fine. You don't have to submit that. You do need to submit your work from home schedule, which you should have edited. Then your pandemic journal, which should be your last entry today. If you only have one done, you need the second one done and turn that in. And then your bucket list, which I believe was on Wednesday, but some of us couldn't get in on Wednesday, so if you want to do that today, that's fine. And 2 flip grids. One was your personal intentional workspace, which was, I believe, Wednesday as well. And then 2, there's one more today, and it's for your novel that you've chosen. And it's a very, very quick one. If you notice, the flip grids are really, really fast. They're really easy to do, and that's a really easy, quick additional grade for you. Okay, those of you asking about grades, don't worry about this week. Don't freak out. Don't stress. Do the stuff. Practice it. These are all formatives. It's all a practice week for us to understand what this new learning online is going to be like. So don't freak out. I've gotten a lot of emails, a lot of questions, a lot of remind texts about, I can't get into this thing. I can't do that. I can't do this. It's okay. We're working through the kinks. That's why I have the backup of Google Classroom, just in case we need to switch to it next week. This weekend is a big work weekend for me because I get to finally figure out lit circles. I'm thinking, you've heard my updates so far, I'm thinking I need to pare down the books. I just don't think we're going to be able to have access to all these titles. So I have your groups already made with the 11 titles that we had when I would have given you a physical book, but I think I'm going to have to pare that down almost in half in order for those of us that are actually accessing and getting online and learning to have a group to meet with during this time. So stay tuned. I'll get them figured out by next week. And then we are going to jump into our Holocaust stuff next week. It's going to be a lot of fun. And remember, when I say fun, I mean it is engaging and it is interesting to learn about. So we're going to enjoy this quarter, even though it's a little bit of a sad topic. Don't worry. Okay, so after those things, 2 announcements. Let me check the time on this. But Mr. Brad wanted us to share with you that we are having another food bank giveaway at Bookcliff today. And it is this afternoon at 3:15. So if your family needs some food or you want to go pick up some stuff, like I couldn't get flour for a long time at the store, like if those are things you need, stop by Bookcliff around 3:15 and they will give you a box of canned goods and some food if your family needs it. So stop by Bookcliff at 3:15 if you need that. And what's the other one? Oh, high school registration. Some of you gave me your purple registration sheets before break. Before we went off, and this turned into a longer break than we wanted it to be. And if you are that person, those have been picked up from school and they're going to be delivered to Central for you because they're on my desk in a folder. And if you didn't, I know I got one emailed to me from a parent. If you have it at home and it's done and it's signed, snap a photo of it and send it to me over email because I can forward that on to them. If you don't, I will share with you the video that Central High School counselors made, and you can do this all online. So it's super easy. So I'll share that with you. So finish up your high school registration. I know it's weird to think about right now because we're not even in school technically, but that is going to come up pretty quick, and we want you to get the classes that you want, not ones that are given to you because you didn't turn one in. Then I think we're ready for questions, so I can make this quick. All right, questions from your survey yesterday. Is it grammatically correct to describe cheese as cheesy? I'm going with yes. I'm going to say yes. Like, do I call a grilled cheese cheesy? Like, I really want my grilled cheese extra cheesy. I want extra cheesy hamburgers. Let's go with it. Cheesy to describe cheese. It might be an unpopular opinion. Will I play the ukulele? I will when I finally learn. I'm going to put that on my to-do list this weekend with all the hundreds of other things I have to do, but what else am I doing in social distancing? Sitting at home. So yes, I'm going to try it this weekend, and even if I can only record 2 chords, I'm going to do it. All right, that's my challenge to me. Thank you for whoever asked that question. Okay, this is a funny one. Would you rather, we all know who this was asked by, have 1 corgi or have 5 corgis? And I'm going to go with 1, only because corgis are not my favorite dog. That's fantastic that they're your favorite dog. But I don't know if I could handle more than 1 dog at once. So I'm going to go with 1 corgi. 1 book recommendation. Ooh. My first chapter Friday from last week, A Million Junes. I love that one. Let me turn around and look at my bookshelf. Let's see. Obviously, Harry Potter. Any of the Harry Potters. My favorite is 5th Harry Potter. Goblet of Fire. Or not a Goblet of Fire. Order of the Phoenix, which is also an unpopular opinion. Let's see. This is a tough one. I have a lot of books and I gave a lot away. And a lot are at school. Oh, 2 series that I really enjoy that are new-ish. The Legend series, which some of you have already read. It goes, and I always get the second 2 mixed up. Legend, I think Prodigy, and then, oh my gosh, it's just escaped my mind. Champion. I can't remember which one's 2nd and 3rd. And then the last one is, I just bought this book and I shared it with somebody. I'll have to look up that title. It's escaping me right now and you don't need to wait for me to remember it. And then, The Toll, The Scythe, and The Thunderhead. That trilogy by Neil Shusterman is really good. Some of you are reading that right now, and some of you borrowed it when I brought the new ones in before we went on break, but it goes Scythe, Thunderhead, The Toll. It's really good. Okay, what do I do in my free time? A lot of different things. I love being outside. I'm very active. I like sports. I like exploring. Let's see, 2 days ago I went on a bike ride on the Riverfront Trail. That's my favorite place to go bike riding. What else do I like to do? I like to do a lot of things. Hang out with people. Have conversations. Fishing. Skiing. Hiking. All of it. I like a lot of things. Music. Concerts. Festivals. All that kind of stuff. What's my favorite color? I'm going with the color of green grass because my grass has finally turned green and it puts a smile on my face because it's spring. Cat or dog? Dog. I'm so sorry, cat people. I'm just not like you. We're just not the same, and that's okay. We can be different, but I am more of a dog person. Cats do not seem to enjoy my company, and I don't seem to enjoy their company. Then, if I could be any animal, what would I be? That's a tough one. I think yesterday in our live video I said a meerkat, so I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to go with a meerkat. I don't know why, but that's what I chose. Okay. If you could automatically learn one thing, what would it be? Right this moment, ukulele, so I could actually share a song with you because you've requested it. But, alas, I would also learn... Ooh, that's a tough one. I'll come back to you on that. Ukulele for now. I'll think of my second one. Then, would you rather be a shark or a dinosaur? Dinosaur. All the way, guys. All the way. And how's life? It's okay. This was a hard week for all of us. The sun is out again today. Yesterday was so cold and snowed, which was weird. But it's better today. I'm very excited. I want to get outside today and go on a walk. I missed that yesterday. And I'm ready to get some stuff planned for next week so that can be a big weight lifted off my shoulders and we can actually have some success with our online learning next week and not have so many frustrations. So, life is pretty good. And that is it for Friday. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. If you need any fun stuff over the weekend or you need something to, use your time, I am putting on something called Creativity in the Time of Coronavirus that I borrowed from another teacher. And it has a bunch of links. I think it has like 20-some links of stuff you can do. They are ELA related mostly, but they're fun. They're not things for a grade and they're a little more easy and carefree. We'll put it that way. So if you need something to do this weekend, use that. If you have any questions or mind, text me, email me throughout the day. I can help you out. Okay? Bye, guys.